This month of July brings you action, action, action. But where? Towards what?
What is he doing in this podcast that I'm telling you about? Hello, how are you? I am Marce Carbonell, and I am a professional channeler. And every month I share this podcast with you, where I tell you what the beings of light bring to us. Energies that come to us from the stars, energy that comes to us from the earth, energy that comes to us from our social movements, that energy that comes to you every day, peeling drop by drop into your life, and that helps you continue on your evolutionary path.
What do the beings of light tell us? Well, let's get started. The month of July comes to us with extra courage, with extra clarity, with extra everything you need. For what?
To dive straight into action. Look, in the month of June, and if we looked a little further back, which is almost the trend of this year, we have been seeing who we are. In fact, the month of June asked us to rest, pause, observation. Oh, the month of May! And so we had already been observing, recognizing each other, understanding each other for a few months, right?
Hey, the passionate month of July comes telling us action. Action to where? Towards what? Well, towards whatever is the will of your soul. The month of July is going to give you courage.
Look, just like from the god, Racha Taka Taka Taka. Why? Because this courage comes from Mother Earth. It's not so much a bravery. It's not anarchic. It's not a bravery of I'm going to fight with everything. What's going. Not at all. It's a bravery of knowing who I am. Oysters. I've been trying to understand myself for months, if not years. And I must have learned something, right?
I will have realized something. Of course, yes, everyone, some more, some less, but no one escapes here. In recent months, yes, they have put a mirror in front of us, and the one who has been a little shrewd, has realized how many things we have discovered about our interior and who we are. So, the month of July asks for action. It asks you to be able to demonstrate yourself, who you are and how you want to live life.
But he's not going to do it, as I say, to the tuntun, far from it, not like a headless chicken, no.
This comes to you as if from the bowels, and from the bowels they feed on your roots. It comes to us from Mother Earth, a stomach, vibrational, heart clarity.
It's not a clarity of mind, mind you, because this is important.
The answers that come from your mind, that is, elaborated, studied, mathematically dissected, those are not the clarity that the beings of light are talking to you about, specifically Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, and Saint Germain, who are the godparents of the month of July. Well, at least those who are giving us these tips.
In any case, they don't come from here.
I'm not saying they're right or wrong, but they're not what they're talking about. Clarity is neither mathematical nor studied. No, it's visceral. So, in the stomach, in the bowels, in the heart. From the heart down come these answers, that clarity, because it comes from that, from the roots of your bond with Mother Earth. Mother Earth is telling you, yes, now that you know who you are, come on, go, let's go get them all.
July signifies urgency, urging proactive completeness since time feels insufficient.
Self-discovery alone lacks peace or balance. Purposeful action grants both.
No.
What is going to give you balance and peace is going to be acting as you know you are.
Lead by doing, demonstrating. Now I'm ready after recognizing who I truly am.
Now I act accordingly in my decisions, in my actions, in my thoughts, in everything that is the energy that I emanate from my interior towards my exterior. So look, it is not going to bring us peace, balance, nor is it going to bring us happiness exclusively to know who I am, but to act accordingly. Action.
I'd love to share something with you in detail.
How can you feel if you are with the energies aligned or misaligned, so that you can be a little aware of how you are going a little with the energies that are embracing you at this moment? Surely in some aspects of your life you can give some answers and in other aspects others, but it's good that you can take a little look at it, and I'm sure they can help you put what we may not yet be completely in tune with.
Just look, now this July has potential. It's going to ask you a lot, a great need to act from authenticity.
So, since you have this great need to act from authenticity, you are going to feel that you have more energy and more clarity when you act from coherence. Yes, it makes sense, right? It's like there will be a prize, the month of July will be agile, it will be fast, it will perhaps not be so slow at the level of introspection or observation, but it will be more from a more dancing place, right?
So practically instantaneous. So here you have a good symptom. When you see that you act in coherence, in authenticity, you will feel more energetic and clearer.
Another very interesting symptom is that you will realize that you don't need to prove anything. How interesting. Sometimes we can unintentionally feel deceived by trying to impress others or make them love us, because you don't need to prove anything or do anything for others to love you.
Interesting, because many times we can fall into this trap from time to time.
So you don't need to prove or make them love you. You are already in that balance. You make decisions from clarity, that is from the gut, from the heart. There is an internal balance in you that impacts what you do externally. That means that there will be that mirror that we were talking about a little while ago that I told you about.
That mirror, the people around you, the situations around you are going to be talking to you about that same balance, that same coherence, that same authenticity. So when you see coherence and authenticity around you, know that that mirror of that coherence and authenticity that you have inside does not mean that what you have outside has to resonate exactly with your beliefs of authenticity, but that you can see authentic people or authentic situations around you, even if they are different from yours. That is a very good symptom.
And naturally, you experience inner peace and external actions, which are signs of good alignment. We could elaborate further on emotions and health, among other aspects. However, let's move on.
Have an agile, fast pace, because if I make you an eternal list, it will still make you more dizzy than not. Maybe I will help you. Now, what could happen if I lose balance? Let's explore. How would I feel? What impact would a trigger have on me? Fatigue often arises as the first sign. Notably, authenticity and coherence boost energy levels.
Non-authenticity and non-coherence bring me physical, mental, emotional fatigue, all this.
It becomes challenging for me to say no. Intriguingly, when balanced, there's no need to prove anything. However, losing balance makes rejecting requests a struggle.
On the other hand, excess control, because in reality, there is no trust with life. Something interesting when we enter authenticity and coherence is that it is born as a rest, like saying, okay, I accept what is. I am in that acceptance, in that internal peace.
This alignment nurtures intrinsic trust in life's flow, which is truly remarkable. Conversely, losing this trust results in heightened control and imbalance.
Instability of any kind. There, cling, alarms go off, red flag. Feeling of not being able to reach everything, of always being short of time, of energy, of whatever, of the feeling of not being enough, or I don't have enough of what I need. And overthinking, because remember that clarity comes from the gut, but if I turn my head around, I fall into a trap. It doesn't mean that the head and thought cannot help me organize what my gut is telling me. That is, your gut can give you a very clear message of, wow, I want to embark on, I don't know, I'm making it up, a trip. Well, the head is going to help you organize it. Maybe the destination, maybe the days, maybe the accommodation. Obviously, there has to be a collaboration. But when there is overthought, it is that you are playing ping pong with 2, 3, or multiple personalities inside you. There is a lack of internal clarity. So it is already quite clear with these examples when you are in balance or in imbalance with the energy that the month of July brings us.
Remember that the month of July asks you for authenticity. It asks you for coherence. It asks you for action. That is, not only knowing who you are, but living who you are, embodying who you are, putting it into practice. But it doesn't do it for you out of nowhere. No. It gives you a dose of courage. So interesting. I think it's going to be a month of great transformations. Do you perceive it that way too? Socially, I notice shifts happening.
Micro big changes, huh? And these micro big changes, wow, are the real social transformations on so many occasions.
So a month to celebrate, no doubt about it. And what are the advice that the beings of light bring us?
Look, the first advice that Archangel Michael brings us, in this case, comes from him directly. Be faithful to who you are, but take it seriously.
I mean, don't take it, oh yes, okay, I'm going to love myself a little. Okay, no.
I mean, love yourself a lot, be you, bouffant number one. Like it was a very big offense to betray you. You know, like, I don't know, I imagine the medieval age. To say something like that was, I don't know, betraying the crown. Right now, I'm making up a scene here, something like fat.
If you're not true to who you are, this month is fat.
No, this month is high treason.
It's terrible.
Self-betrayal equals high treason. That you can betray yourself, that you must be true to who you are. Maybe you don't know yourself 100% in many things, but hey, what you do know, well, be true to yourself, that's it. And what you are not completely clear about, well, let's see how the month of July goes. Because with so much energy from the gut, perhaps you will be surprised with more than one answer about yourself that you are not aware of. So, for now, fidelity, the main thing.
Towards you. Remember that life will bring you courage, but it will also bring you resources. What does it mean?
That life is not going to ask you, in order to be faithful to who you are, things that are too bizarre or impossible. Remember that great decisions, great actions, do not have to be bizarre around you. They can start with subtle shifts, above all.
Adapt it to your environment, to your reality. Be realistic, but without losing fidelity to who you are. Sometimes, if you open your mind, you will realize that being faithful to who you are, perhaps it is being another profession, then perhaps you are dedicating yourself right now. I'm giving this example to put something, right? Maybe right now, for you changing jobs is not an option, but it is an option to start thinking about how you are going to change jobs, perhaps.
Or yes, it is an option for you. Maybe having a hobby or being able to dedicate a few hours to it after work or the weekend, or being able to dedicate it. Anyway, giving space to your life does not mean a clean slate, flamethrower. I burn everything because I have to be faithful to myself and for this to be a disaster. It doesn't have to mean this, although if for you your guts tell you that, well, you. But you don't have to, so don't drown in a glass of water sometimes. Be true to yourself. Start with small steps. So let's see how this is placed on you, how you live it, how you place it inside you, but with fidelity. Second advice, given in this case by the Archangel Uriel, is action. Oh, Uriel is happy, how he likes these projects, these life purposes that are lived, that are put into practice, that are manifested. He tells us, study, write, relate, travel, exercise, live, eat, jump, play, everything. And so a bunch of more verbs and tells you, take action. And this action, let it be coherent, obviously, and full of authenticity. Notice that it is so important that it can change your life. So Archangel Uriel, happy and solemn, tells us action. What else? Third advice, and this one comes from Saint Germain, get out of criticism. It doesn't matter if it's your internal criticism, if it's your external criticism, get out of the criticism. Mistakes are allowed, says Saint Germain, but not criticism. What do you think? In this case, he tells us, when we go into action with all this courage and clarity, with all this push, with all this voice that reaches us so strong from the roots to the bowels, and you say, well, I move since I can't stop. That does not mean that there is no possible error. Of course, there can be error because in life, trial and error is great learning. And Archangel Uriel and Archangel Michael and above all Saint Germain tell you, it doesn't matter. Zero criticism. Zero criticism. Not before taking action, not during action, not after action. It doesn't matter exactly the result. What matters is the action of living it, and sometimes the way in which we decide to act it. Perhaps, since there is no custom. Well, sometimes we will skate.
But nothing happens because there we say, okay, well, it wasn't there.
Well, let's correct it and, okay, I feel my call again. I feel my coherence again. I feel who I am again. And I look for another approach. I look for another context. I look for another scenario. Anyway, I relocate it and nothing happens. But it doesn't mean that it is a reason for self-criticism, much less receiving criticism from other people. So much so that Saint Germain tells us that if we have someone next to us who judges us a lot to take the wind, look how intense it is. No, that is zero. If someone over-criticizes you, you say, hey, delighted, goodbye. When you relax, we'll talk again or whatever. Mistakes are permissible. Learning thrives in them. You have the right to be wrong because in mistake there is great learning. And because whenever we learn something new, and in this case, learning something new can be acting on an intrinsic truth that perhaps we didn't have very practiced. Well, error is something that statistically can happen. So these are the three great pieces of advice that they give us, coherent, kind, and above all, full of emotion. How do you see it? How do you feel? Perhaps you feel that the month of July is already beating the drums, the voice of the earth telling you. Well, it's like a mammal, really, instinctive, intuitive, visceral.
Ecosystem energy from July deeply moves me with intuitive mammalian insights.
So, nothing, let's see where this intuitive mammalian energy that is going to wake up takes us and what it wants to show us. So, well, how fun! How fun! And what are the proposals for light and consciousness for this month of July?
How can I accompany you, right? Well, look, first of all, I'm going to ask you a favor, and that is that if it seems okay to you, you can like this video and subscribe to the channel if you like the videos that I share. You already know that every Friday we do a live, and once a month I share these videos with you, with the energies that will accompany us. This way you help me a lot because I can see which videos you like the most, which videos you may not like so much, and of course you also help that this content can reach more people. Do the beings of light's advice resonate with you? Are they helpful suggestions? Do you think anyone you know might benefit from them? If that is the case,
well, please share it. I'm sure he will thank you.
Well, what are the proposals of light and consciousness? Well, you already know them very well, surely.
Remember that if you subscribe to the email list, I will give you a guided meditation to connect with your spiritual guides. All this information that I have shared with you is not told just to me, to anyone who wants to listen. My mother, the beings of light are loaded with messages, advice, healing, in short.
Which is wonderful. So you have a guided meditation so that you can see that it's actually not that difficult, that they are closer than perhaps it seems to you at first glance.
In addition, on the mailing list every month, I send you a channeled message. I have a database of hundreds of messages channeled by me and reviewed, etc., etc.
This is quite fascinating because it ties seamlessly with everything I've shared in this video. The video caters to everyone, and the message is specifically for you. This way you make the perfect combo to see how this month of July is coming for you, and I send it to all the people who are registered for the email. This way everything is easier. And finally, the proposal, the course of learning to channel. The course of learning to channel your spiritual guides, because it is true that there are several ways to be able to receive their messages. There are several ways that we can perceive them. There are topics to take into account. I know that there are little things that sometimes give us a little more repulsion, such as people who may have passed away and who are in transit, how I manage it, how I live it. Anyway, it is a course that is very complete, because I talk to you so much about what types of beings of light there are, about the dimensions that occupy us, about different practical ways of channeling, little tricks that are wonderful in practical everyday life. I am a very practical person and I love sharing these little tricks so that you can also use them. And hey, if they come to you again, I'm happy to hear from you. That sharing is the magic of life.
So nothing let you know that you have this course available. And by the way, I want you to know that I am re-recording it, and to all the people who have bought it in recent years, let you know that you are going to have the new course, which is, well, you will see how more complete, with new resources, etc., etc., totally at no cost. So for now, the old content is at the old price. And in a couple or 3 months, you know that the new version will be available and you will no longer have to do anything else. Well, that's all. Give you a huge hug, fill you with passion with this farewell. Although I believe that with the passion that Mother Earth is going to give us, we will be more than happy and happy with everything that July comes to us. Really, it is not a July that is going to challenge us, because yes, some challenge may appear. But if a challenge appears to you, go to your guts, because it is not a challenge. It is a situation where the answer is already beating inside you, and you will see that it is not so much a question of challenges, so that you can see yourself in different scenarios. It is more a question of action. So nothing, let's go for it, shall we? A huge hug.